What's going on, y'all? It's your boy ABC bringing you some more Pogo Bros content, and it's a very special episode. Before we get into that, I just want to give a brief shout out to the University of Florida Gators men's basketball team. Last night, we got our third national championship in school history and first since 2007. And so your boy's been on cloud nine ever since. And that's why we're decked out in Gator gear right here. Got this one here as well. And I'm going to put you over here so that you're comfortable. There we go. All right, yeah. And like I said, it's a special episode because for the first time on Pogo Bros, we're shoutcasting some battles from a valued member in the Pogo Bros community, Ethan. So thank you for sending me the battle submissions, man. And like you said, I haven't watched them yet, so hopefully these videos don't suck. But I'm sure they're just fine. But you're gonna get full honesty, transparency, commentary, and I'm pretty excited too because you've got a Honda Gholdengo, and I'm still searching for one myself. I've come close to the hundo, but not quite. And I don't want to be spending all these coins on a Gholdengo that's not a hundo. So you beat me to the punch, and thanks for these videos. And looks like we got a Florges here as well as a Gudra. So I imagine the Gudra will be a safe swap with Florges in the lead. But hey, let's get into these battles. I'm pretty excited, so let's go. All right, into this first battle here, we got a Skeledirge, so really bad lead. Looks like we're gonna get one Fairy Wind, then switch out, save swap into the Gudra, and oh boy, yeah, we're getting hard punished right off the bat here. Luckily, we got Thunder Punch for some coverage, and the opponent curiously shields that. They definitely could have gotten away with not shielding that, but we do get to another Thunder Punch, so okay, it does a lot of damage, so they would have had to shield either way. So we have a shield advantage now going back in with the Florges. We can probably tank a move here, which we do, so I'm cool with this. And looks like we're gonna over farm, and I don't know if we could have gotten that farm down or not, but it would have been ambitious. But we're gonna save our shields for the Gholdengo, it looks like. And interestingly enough, you're staying in this matchup. I don't think I would have done that myself, because they might have something in the back that we need the Florges for. But anyways, I guess you're just letting it through. They torch song you, and that's also problematic because now they're doing boosted incinerate damage on you. And yeah, this is looking pretty rough. I see also that you don't have Astonish on here, so we're going for the faster charging Hex, but at the expense of having a little fast move pressure. And yeah, this one's not looking good. But we were hard countered throughout, so I get it, man. There's a few plays here that I would have done differently, but I don't think it would have mattered in the grand scheme of things. But GG's. All right, into this next battle here. Okay, Florges got the mirror match here, and there's just so many different colors of Florges. I know it's like a regional Pokemon, but I don't even know which one is like what the shiny even looks like. But I digress. But okay, so they get a Moonblast on you, and they get the 10% debuff, so that sucks. And of course, it doesn't happen when you do it. Looks like yeah, they're winning CMP, so I don't think this is like a great matchup to like stay in. But and then they get it again, so okay, this is pretty rough, man. But I mean, that's a 1% chance of happening, so can't really can't fault you for that. But you make a really nice catch here, so you preserve that energy, you clear the debuffs. I'm a fan of that, honestly. Looks like we're building to the Focus Blast. I respect that. Opponent, they might think that you have Dazzling Gleam and Shadow Ball, and then they could take a move because with this most recent update, Dazzling Gleam got buffed, and it's a lot spammier now. So I respect going full send on the Focus Blast and you're only getting to one move, but the opponent knows better. And then now you're down to your last resort here, looking pretty rough as well. They go for the Rock Wrecker, which you shield, so that's good. I figured they would have gone for a break and swipe to do super effective damage and get the permanent debuff, but hey, they're trying to end this thing fast, and double super effective Aqua Tail takes out the Rhyperior, and they got a Gholdengo of their own. So yeah, this is looking like GG's. We're doing next to no damage with our Dragon Breaths because it's resisted, and they're doing neutral moves this entire time, and then they take you out with the Shadow Ball. So off to a rough start, but you know, you can't help being hard countered. That happens, and you know, I'm certainly no exception. So it definitely happens to the best of us. In this next matchup, we have a more neutral lead now. We have a Gliscopod on the other end. They switch out, we bank our energy, and we're going straight in with the hard punish here. So looking good so far. Okay, they're going to go trail plays, so you know, now they're going to try and probably go for a boosted Moonblast to do some considerable damage. Again, it's unfortunate that we don't have Astonish on here, because this would be, you know, we would have potential for a farm down here as opposed to us having to throw a move. But you know, we're keeping alignment here, and they actually shield that, which I'm surprised, because they could have gotten a pretty juicy farm down with the Gliscopod. And we're committing shields here, so we're trying to win switch, and I'm not sure if switch is worth, you know, getting here, because you know, we're fine. We were fine with our floor just into the Gliscopod, and definitely the Goodra would have had a really good matchup. And then the opponent shields your bait here, so now we're looking pretty good, and we can overfarm a bit and have a double boosted floor just with whatever's in the back. So I'm pretty cool with that. Looking pretty good. Okay, and they have a Goodra in the back, so this is looking to be GG's. Looks like the opponent has already resigned the match, and they saw the writing on the wall. Okay, we're in the win column. GG's. All right, Ethan, let's go. All right, what you got for me? Okay, we got a Snorlax in here. You don't see those much anymore ever since Body Slam was nerfed. That was kind of Snorlax's bread and butter. Looks like he's eating more bread and butter, more butter than bread, but I ain't judging. All right, okay, so we're getting to the Moonblast now on a CMP tie, it looks like. Okay, we do. And of course, we do not get the attack drop because, you know, Ethan, you know, doesn't have good luck like that. And the opponent goes for Skull Bash, so it's kind of interesting. I guess Snorlax, I guess, is as good as ever if you don't have Body Slam on it. You just go like Skull Bash and Superpower. Maybe there's something to that. I don't know. Or maybe this Snorlax has Outrage and they're getting ready to one-shot us. I don't know. Let's see here. We do. Oh, the Snorlax does survive that Skull Bash defense. Definitely played a. Oh man, this thing is loaded on energy. Snorlax gets the bait, and then they're able to get some chip damage before getting out, and that's crazy. Going Body Slam and Skull Bash. Like, what happens if you see a Rhyperior or like an Ursaluna or something like that? Like, you're just getting hard walled, or like a Metagross. That's insane, but it's working out well for them so far in this match. And then we're going for the focus. Boom! All right, Ethan, there we go. The coin's coming into play. Oh boy, it's paying off. I love it. I love seeing Focus Blast on this channel. Beautiful stuff right there. Although we're in kind of a precarious spot here, I guess we're hoping for a Trailblaze bait. The opponent knows better, and they take us out. GG's. But hey, we got a boom in there. We got some value out of the Gholdengo. Makes me extra bitter that I don't have a hundo right now, so you know, I'll keep doing the walks, whatever it takes. But hey, all right, we're in this next matchup here. Goodra going for Aqua Tails with his Metagross. This is a very unfavorable matchup, but good news is we can take a Meteor Mash here, and we're not in danger of being farmed down. So we're able to get to another, spam out another Aqua Tail here, and the opponent will likely have to throw if they want to take us out before we pressure that shield here, and that's exactly what happens. The opponent's going for a very ambitious farm down, and then so we're able to snag a shield. Okay, if the I like the shield here because the opponent probably is throwing the Earthquake. If they blind through, I would have not shielded that because they would probably assume that you know, they're going to Meteor Mash whatever they are going into the next matchup, because you're not going to come in with the floor just again. So I like the shield there. We waste a lot of energy on their part, and suddenly we have alignment now. This is looking pretty good. So we're going to roll with this. I'm not crazy about the Trailblaze right here. There was really no reason for that, and now we have to give up our last shield here. So, okay, yeah, this is getting a little close for comfort here. But we're going to get a farm down. And yeah, this one's not looking good, buddy. Yeah, a few things I would have done there differently, but you know, you can't win them all, and this is a good learning experience for us. But at least we're playing this one out. At that point, I would have just focus blasted for the BM at that point. But we do get a shield, and the Garchomp takes us out. G to the G. All right. Next matchup. Okay, this is a nice matchup here because we have the Trailblaze, and this will be double super effective. So this is a very good check for Rhyperior now. They let it through. That does monster damage. And we commit the shield here, and it was a very good shield, as Rockriker would have done a lot of damage. And now we have really good alignment here. I wouldn't say we hard counter them because the Earthquake would likely one-shot us, but the opponent lets it through. I'm not sure what they were expecting. Gholdengo doesn't really have any bait moves, so maybe they were just giving up and just let nature run its course. Either way, GG's. All right. We have a nice, mid-game matchup here. Certainly, the opponent should have been aware that Gudras these days, after its community day, or Gumi's community day, have Thunder Punch, and that's double super effective. So we're able to take switch. I think we're in like the 2300s in ELO right now, but certainly these opponents should know better at this level. But you know, we were off to a rough start, so we'll take anything we can get at this point. So we get some valuable chip on this Metagross. I still think a farm down is very ambitious, if not feasible at this point. We correctly shield the Earthquake, and then we have a Skeledirge in the back, and this is not looking fantastic. These Incinerates are tearing through the Gholdengo, and then we are doing resisted damage against this the Skeledirge. And yeah, we're just sacking the Floridas here. There's really no use for it because it's not going to do well against the Metagross. I do like throwing on after one Fairy Wind because the boosted Incinerate likely would take us out. So good move right there. And you're throwing after one Hex here to prevent the Incinerate damage from registering. Very nice move. We get the knockout, and okay, it's a race now to the next move, and we get it. All right. So correctly shielding the Earthquake, drain the Metagross's energy, and then we do some very nice energy management in the end game, and it leads to a victory. GG's. And admittedly, that was a good time to have Hex because the faster charging got us to that Shadow Ball in time. So, you know, I gotta give credit where it's due. These are some really great battles so far, and we have again a Florges Gliscopod matchup. The opponent lets the Moonblast through, so now we can go straight Trailblaze, but I don't know how much good that will do because our health is getting rather low with these spammy Aqua Jets coming from the opponent. We do get a shield before. Okay, all right, we survive on 1 HP, and we're able to get off another move here, and we get both of their shields. Excellent. They might spam out an Aqua Tail, so I would go in the Gudra. I like that idea, although I think the opponent was able to see that we're Dragon type, so they go in with the neutral Aerial Ace, but that does next to nothing because it's a very, very crappy move, and it doesn't get stabbed with Gliscopod. Here we're looking out for the payback. I don't know if the opponent built up to it or not. I don't have my Karate Chop counts yet. I do know you need 5 for a Rock Slide, but that won't help the opponent here. And they're just going straight cross chop at this point. The opponent knows that they're not going to be able to do anything against this Gholdengo, and they see the writing on the wall. And that's a GG's. All right, we're getting some momentum now. Let's keep it going. Okay, we have a mirror match. Florges here. All right, and looks like, is that a CMP tie? We've been having some rough luck with the CMP ties. I've been able to gather so far. We got the Hundo too, so I don't know what is best buddied for this one. But the opponents are winning the CMP tie, man. That's unfortunate. We're going for Trailblaze here. So let's see what the opponent wants to do. They let it through, and let's get this farm down. We do. Okay, so we got some energy. We're boosted, and I don't agree with this play here. but okay, it works. What do I know? All right, that forces the opponent to throw their energy early. Now we got the Goodra here. A Thunder Punch will do a lot of damage, and we can tank a number of moves from this Gliscopod, but they're running X Scissors, so it's not as dominant as a matchup as if they had Aerial Ace. Either way, we're going to get off that Thunder Punch, and it doesn't even take out the Gliscopod, man. That sucks. That would have been really nice to have. We bank a move, and then we switch out. This is a more manageable matchup for us because we're resisting the Dragon Breaths. And let's see what we want to do here. We overfarm a little bit too much. Now the opponent gets a move off, causing us to commit our last shield. If we shield up, I would have wanted to farm a little bit more, but the opponent commits a shield either way. And do we get to the move? Yes, we do. I don't think this will be enough, though. Goodra's pretty bulky. Yeah. Okay, that's unfortunate. They don't take us out either. And actually, this is kind of best case scenario because that farm could have gone to the Gliscopod, and we were able to farm down the Goodra and get to that finishing move, even though we could have done it with an Aqua Tail. GG's. It's kind of like a little baby BM, I guess, but honestly, I think you probably just forgot how much health the Gliscopod had left. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, so we see an Ursaluna here now, and this is very favorable for us since we have the Trailblaze, and it does nearly half along with the Fairy Wind so far. So I think another Trailblaze will put this Ursaluna in danger of being KO'd, if not farmed down immediately after with the boosted Fairy Winds, and that's exactly what happened. So that's very good for us here, except they have a Darmanitan, my goodness. And then for some reason, you come in with the Gholdengo. I don't agree with that. And the opponent, for some reason, goes Overheat, so they're kind of bailing you out. They could have farmed you down, but we'll take it. And then what do they have here? They have a Goodra. Okay, and we're baiting for some reason. I'm not sure why, because I wouldn't shield that either, because I would just come back in with the Darmanitan. So these are some very questionable plays, Mr. Ethan, but you're boosted now, and you have a Moonblast, and then the opponent they shield that one. So we're in trouble here, but we do survive the double resisted Dragon Breaths, and we're able to get this last shield. So the opponent is giving us some life here. They wouldn't have Draco, would they? Oh, man. Oh, buddy, I got nothing to say about that. Oh, no wonder you wanted me to to not watch these before recording. I get it now. I get it. All right. Well, we just lost to a Darmanitan. Oh, that's a rough one, man. Oh, goodness. Next match. Okay. A little more manageable now. We got Swampert here. This thing used to be better in seasons past, but we're not too scared of this thing in the Master League because we have a much higher CP, and we can tank those Hydro Cannons with ease. And we get a shield here. The opponent's going for a hefty farm down, and they're going to get it, so that's not fantastic. But we for some reason come in with the Florges. We would have had a much better matchup with the Goodra, but I get that we have Trailblaze, so we can just take this thing out right here. We just don't know what's in the back, and yeah, energy on Goodra I think would be more valuable in this situation because we would be resisting the Volt switches as well as the potential wild charges. So you know, I wouldn't do that, but we are boosted, and Magnezone is very glassy. We do make a really nice catch here. Unfortunately, Mirror Shot is neutral on Goodra, but it would have done a lot more damage to the Florges. So now we have a little bit of an energy lead here, and we're going to start just throwing these Aqua Tails. The opponent here can overfarm significantly and then go for the Moonblast, which is unfortunate, which is what they do. But now we have energy here where we can get to the Moonblast next, and I don't know if this takes out the opponent or if it's very close. We get the attack drop. Is this a Trailblaze or just a Moonblast? All right, next battle, and I think this might be the final battle too. So, are we gonna win on a? Are we gonna end on a W like the Gators did, or are we gonna lose like Houston did? We'll find out. So we see a Shadow Gyarados now after a Shadow Mamoswine in the lead. So it makes me wonder if this opponent is running a triple Shadow team, which would be pretty cool. But we overfarmed considerably because the Aqua Tails would be very valuable going into the Mamoswine. But the opponent comes in with a Shadow Garchomp, so confirmed it is a triple Shadow team. It's good to see trainers using Spice here in the Master League Premier Cup. So I'm a huge fan of this matchup, and we shield the Earth Power, which is a very good shield because the opponent easily could have had Sand Tomb, given they have Dragon Tail, but they went for the nuke and we shielded it. So very good shield, Mr. Ethan. And now we have this Mamoswine here, and is this a CMP tie? Nice. You know, we do have a higher CP than the Mamoswine, but it has a very high attack. It's a very attack-weighted Pokemon, and it was very impressive that we were able to win that CMP tie, and it caused the opponent, oh boy, they force-closed the app. They're in shambles. They deleted their app. They threw their phone out the window. They turned the sprinklers on so that way their phone breaks, etc. All right, and that's going to be the end of the battles there. So this was a very fun set of battles you sent me, Ethan. Thank you so much. Feel free to send more in the future. Just don't switch your steel types into fire types. That would be my first word of advice. Baiting versus sending the nuke. It's kind of a feel thing sometimes, 50-50, but there are some situations where I would just err on the safer side. But either way, these were really fun battles. And for all my viewers out there, if you want to send me some battles, just let me know in the comments, and we can link up with that, or send me a DM on our Instagram page, and we will gladly speak on that. Did you guys like this kind of format where I'm not doing my own battles and I'm shoutcasting? Let me know in the comments. And also in the comments, if you're a Gator out there, type Go Gators, because we won the Natty, baby, and the Gators are back. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.